Hello Linux fans, and welcome to another episode of Distro Flash, where we take a look at Linux distros in 5 minutes or less. And in order to make this happen, we have the distribution running in a virtual environment. Today we have a look at Chakra, or Chakra, whichever way you prefer to pronounce it. It's an independent distribution forked from Arch with a keen focus on the KDE desktop and the Qt environment. So let's jump in and take a look. We'll launch over here into the Quipzilla browser, which is the default browser. No Firefox here, no Chrome or Chromium here installed by default. Again, Qt focused apps. So you'll see here that this is independent, forked from Arch. According to DistroWatch, its origins are out of Germany. Again, focused on KDE Plasma. So if we go over to their website, welcome to Chakra, KDE and Qt focused on simplicity. The default search engine here is DuckDuckGo. So they go on to say it does not store any personal information. All right, so let's move from that and take a look at the version of KDE Plasma, which is 5.9.2 here. I haven't done an update since I'm running this virtually, so it could be updated to the latest, which would be 5.9.4, I believe. And also, while we're at it here, this is kernel version 4.8.6, and I want to bounce through and just kind of point out some of the things that are different about this. First of all, you're going to have a slightly limited repository because most of the applications, not all, but the majority of the applications are going to be tightly focused to the Qt environment. Now, the same goes for what you're going to see installed by default. So we're going to jump through some of that. And you're going to find that it truly is different and focused here. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to say that if you love KDE, you love Plasma, and Qt is your thing, then this is a distribution you're going to want to take a look at because of its core focus. Now, I think there's benefit to core focus within a distribution, and I'm going to give you, for example, the Solus project, where they focus in on specific applications that they've tested that run well, even though they have a limited repository. The things that you install are going to run well. And my guess is you're going to see the same thing here because the mainstay applications that are installed by default are Qt-based or designed to run very well within the KDE/Plasma desktop environment. So you're going to have a listing here for Chakra for their documentation, donations, homepage, so on and so forth. Now this is where things get a little different. You're going to see GNU. That's not uncommon, but here you have Carbon and Color Paint, so a lot of the K apps, if you will. And again, under Internet, you're going to see Quipzilla. No Chromium, no Firefox here. So any of the apps that are, again, to do with the KDE desktop environment, you're probably going to see in place here. KGet, Kmail, for example, Conversation. The same goes under Multimedia. Now, these are a few that I'm not familiar with. Bomi, Clementine we all know about, K3B, and of course, Kdenlive. That's a big one. Now, under Office, you will not see LibreOffice. Instead, you're going to see the Calligra suite. So everything from Sheets to Stage to Words there. But you also have a cloud storage manager, the K-Address Book, Carbon, and Kmail again, and the full K-Organizer suite, which is going to give you calendar and task and contacts and all of that integrated into one, as well as Plan and the Plan Work Package Handler. So this really is a K-focused distribution, and really it's one of those that, again, I'm going to say it, if you're really into KDE, really into Plasma, this is maybe something to give a look at because you're not going to see it loaded with a lot of GTK-based apps that may or may not translate well into the OS. If we jump over into utilities, you're going to see a few things there that you're not used to seeing. Here we have SUSE Studio Image Writer. You're going to see Knotes. So, for the most part, I have not run this as a main OS or anything like that. So what I'm going to say is I applaud their focus here. I think that, their core idea of being simple, focused in on Qt and the KDE desktop environment, I applaud them. Kudos to you for that work. And if that's your main objective, is to focus in on an operating system that is single core focused within KDE/Plasma, then this may be something you want to give a look. All right, that's it for now. We'll check you later.